going to be doing a review of Resistance Burning Skies for the PlayStation Vita. This game came out maybe a year and a half ago or so, and I thought, hey, I just beat it, picked it up, might as well do a review of it, and maybe start to do more reviews in the future. Maybe some older games, new games, whenever they come out, if I play it and I beat it, I might do a review on it. So let's get started here with Resistance Burning Skies. Resistance Burning Skies is a first-person shooter on the PlayStation Vita. This is my very first experience with an FPS on the PlayStation Vita, so I went in with really little expectations that the genre could be properly represented. The previous console entries in the Resistance franchise were developed by Insomniac Games, while Burning Skies was released by Nihilistic, who also released the ill-fated Call of Duty Black Ops Declassified. Let's see if they can take Insomniac's baby and teach it how to walk on the Vita. The story to Burning Skies starts off right when the Chimera are invading New York. You play as Tom Riley, a New York firefighter who takes it upon himself to fight back against the newfound enemies that are eradicating and exterminating his city. Though you might think Riley's goal is to save the city from the Chimera attack, his purpose for fighting back is really to just save his wife and daughter, who are lost somewhere along the way. They get transferred places and then you don't know where they are. You are accompanied by Ellie, who happens to be the leader of the Minutemen. Together, Ellie and Riley fight back against the Chimera invasion in hopes of saving the city and for Riley to save his family. Basically, you're shooting and shooting and shooting from point A to B. The campaign is broken into 6 chapters, each are about half an hour long, so the game is fairly short, which is fine by me because if it was any longer, I'd feel like the game was starting to drag on quite a bit. The story is definitely not the strong suit in Burning Skies, as I find it to be a bit bland in both the combat and the story. Since this is the first time I've played an FPS on the Vita, I was a little worried before I started playing that the controls would be what would hold Burning Skies back. The lack of buttons on the Vita, like L2 and R2, and not to mention L3 and R3, might be what made me feel a little bit weary. After getting through the first level of the game, I felt Nihilistic did a superb job at making sure the controls were easy and fluid. Anything that would have been tied to an extra set of triggers on a console controller is now mapped to the PlayStation Vita's touchscreen, from throwing grenades to performing axe swings, all the way to using secondary attacks that each weapon has. The interactivity with the Vita's touchscreen did not feel tacked on, but more of a means to get the full console experience crammed into a handheld. With the absence of L3, which in an FPS is usually keyed to sprinting, in Burning Skies the combination of moving forward on the left stick and pushing down on the D-pad makes the character sprint. This might sound impossibly comfortable, but the location of the left stick and down button are so close together on the Vita that your thumbs would probably be hovering over the down button already, and while you're moving forward you just click it and it feels really good. It does not leave your thumb with the tired feeling of clicking down and holding the left stick that you might on a console FPS. Apart from the Vita's button limitations, everything else feels like a standard console FPS experience. Aiming down your sights and firing feel accurate and snappy. The weapon upgrades in Burning Skies consist of finding gray matter, which lets you get upgrades that don't really make the guns feel much better and leave you with a feeling of a purposeless upgrade. There are a few variations of the Chimera throughout the game. The boss fights, while grand in scale, don't leave you with a satisfied feeling after defeating them. Graphically, Burning Skies looks pretty decent on the Vita's bright, vibrant OLED display. The sound from the gunshots, to the music, to the voice acting, all sound like it is in a can while playing through the Vita's speakers. Headphones should be worn to get a better audio experience. The multiplayer has been a staple in past Resistance titles, but with Burning Skies, the gameplay and map design feel very basic. Customizations and unlocks leave nothing to be desired, and trying to find a match online will prove to be even more lackluster than the actual match. Be prepared to jump back and forth between menus and waiting for around 10 to 15 minutes for a match to start, since there is only a handful of people who still play. In conclusion, Resistance Burning Skies is a run-of-the-mill first-person shooter. If you're looking for a game, specifically a shooter on the Vita that has a more engaging story and longer-lasting multiplayer, you might want to look elsewhere. So there you guys go. That is my review of Resistance Burning Skies for the PlayStation Vita. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know if you want to see more reviews down in that comment section underneath the like button. I'll have more coming out anyways because I'll be playing games, and I think I'll just review them anyways. It's always fun to do these videos. So thank you guys again for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time.